Welcome, Pewter Report readers, viewers, and listeners, to a brand new edition of the Pewter Report podcast, energized by Celsius, the official energy drink of pewterreport.com. It is a Thursday edition of the show. Want to say what's up to everybody that is joining the chat, getting ready to start this episode. We have a fun one in store for everybody as we are once again doing a live Bucs mock draft via the Pro Football Focus draft simulator. We've done this a couple times throughout, I'd say, the last 2 or 3 years. Our last one was, I want to say, a week or two ago, and it was a lot of fun. We had so much fun that we're going to do it again. I'm your host, Matt Matera. Joined with me is my fellow colleague from pewterreport.com. He's on most Thursdays. It is Adam Slavon. Adam, how are we doing?
Matt, we're doing great. And if I had to pick one word, I'd go with excited. At this point next week, we're going to be preparing for the NFL draft.
Yes.
And I had so much fun on the last show doing this, interacting with the Pewter people with every selection, making moves, making trades. I think we did a great job. So it's going to be hard following that up, but I'm excited for what we got.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single mock draft is kind of its own adventure. And of course, last time we ended up trading Kyle Trask and getting some draft picks out of it. And overall, I believe we got an A- from Pro Football Focus. They actually didn't agree with our first round pick. Yeah,
because they listed Graham Barton as a tackle instead of a guard.
Right, exactly. But silly Pro Football Focus. Of course, Graham Barton's going to be moved to the interior offensive line. So the way we'll go about this, again, we're going to do all 7 rounds, make every single Bucs pick. We'll obviously discuss it, you and I, Adam. Of course, we're going to take input from the Pewter people as well. If you want to super chat us, your super chat / comment decision will hold a little bit more weight because, as you know, if you super chat us, you get to cut the line, and we make sure we get to every single super chat that is available. And yeah, we'll talk about the needs. I'm thinking for the first round as well, maybe have that one go slower so we can kind of see pick by pick who's going, and we can kind of, as we get closer, as Jason Light said in his he's been with the team for over a decade now, but in his pre-draft press conference, when talking about when to make a trade, he said, especially for like this year, right when they get around 20 is when they'll kind of make a decision on whether to maybe move forward, maybe
move back
and gain some more picks. So we'll kind of take that approach, especially for the first round, maybe kind of speed it up here and there as well as we get it going. As Bat W says, I have lots of thoughts. So yeah, once again, Adam, the needs for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, in no particular order. Interior offensive line, I think edge rusher is still one. Wide receiver, and I think another secondary piece could probably help too.
Yeah, definitely would say all those needs. And then you also have the defensive line potentially, the secondary at cornerback, getting another running back, inside linebacker. While those may be addressed in later rounds, there is a plethora of needs that the Bucs need to fill in the draft. So an exercise like this, it's helpful in understanding what prospects might be there and what rounds like the Bucs may target specific positions.
Also, if you go over to pewterreport.com, we got a lot of great content out right now. There's a Rachaad White story about how he's going to be even bigger and better this season because he's going to have even more space in that Bucs offense. The draft previews are still rocking and rolling. We had the guards come out today. Adam, you had the centers the day before. I'm going to talk a little bit defense coming up as we finish up all the offensive guys. Josh Capo has a story starting out his My Guys list. So people that or prospects that Josh Capo is quite fond of going to this draft and could potentially be Bucs fits as well. So a lot of great stuff on pewterreport.com. We just dropped it was in the chat earlier, but we just dropped a story about Servassier Dennis and a guy who plays special teams, what he thinks about the new kickoff rule. And if you guys haven't done so, check out all of our episodes on pewterreport.com. But
especially this week, though.
Yes, especially this week. Monday, you and I had a great show kind of recapping the press conferences that we had with Rashad White and Zion McCollum and Kalijah Cansey. So a lot of things from the Advent Health Training Center. Tuesday's show, we had Sebastian Dennis. Great interview. He was on for about 40 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And yesterday was a defensive doubleheader as we began the show with Will Golston, the defensive tackle that actually signed right when we started Monday's show.
Yeah.
And we finished it up with Yaya Diaby, got his thoughts about going into this season, which will be year 2 for him. And, of course, there's a lot of expectations for Yaya after having that 7.5 sack season. So a lot of great player interviews where you can only find exclusively on pewterreport.com and the Pewter Report podcast specifically. So without further ado, and by the way, also on YouTube, the Bucs put out their latest episode of In the Current.
Yes.
Awesome episode. It goes all the way back to the hiring of Liam Cohen and the press conference there. Jason Light at the NFL Combine, where there's some cameo. A lot of great Pewter Report cameos as well. That's not why you guys want to go and watch it. But if you see us in the background, feel free to point it out. It goes through the press conference with Mike Evans and Baker Mayfield and Levante David as well, and kind of getting ready for the draft too. So really, really great episode. Shout out to the Buccaneers film team and a lot of their behind the scenes people, because they always do a fantastic job with In the Current and all the content they put out on their YouTube channel. So just want to give them a quick shout out as well. So going to add in the PFF mock draft simulator, just so everyone's on the same page. We will be doing 7 rounds. We will start it out slow, but like I said, as the draft goes, we will speed it up, slow it down, talk it over, maybe take a brief timeout because we're not Jason Light in the front office. We don't have to go at the speed that they're going.
Yeah.
That's why they get paid the big bucks.
We got more time on the clock.
Yes. We will be taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Care for positional value. Usually like to put that in the middle. Draft for needs, we'll leave that where it is, kind of skewed a little bit more towards the more side. Randomness, what do you think, Adam? I don't know if we need to put it necessarily in the middle, but maybe one.
I would say there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
because draft day is random. You never know what can happen. So
exactly. Excuse me. Need a sip of water. Yeah, I mean, different front offices look at players in quite different ways. I still remember as one of my earlier years at pewterreport.com, and we were on the live draft show, and the Raiders ended up, and this is when they had Mike Mayock, who was like a big draft guru guy before getting hired by the Raiders to be the GM. And they took Cleveland Farrell like early on.
With the
we were all like
pick.
extremely surprised by that. I think the Raiders had a couple of early picks that year too. So they really just kind of threw the whole draft for a loop. But it was very funny to see. All right. If we're ready to go, Adam, you all set?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Let's get it going. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Okay, start draft. The Chicago Bears are on the clock. They got Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels goes second overall to Washington. Drake May third. So a run of the quarterbacks early on. Malik Neighbors, first wide receiver.
Over Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
He's still on the board.
Dallas Turner, J.J. McCarthy. There goes Marvin Harrison to the Titans. Now Atlanta, they get Rome Odunze. So big task for Jamel Dean and, of course, Zion McCollum. Looks like we're getting a run of offensive tackles now. First defensive tackle off the board, Byron Murphy, followed by J.C. Latham. So, I mean, halfway through the draft, Terrion Arnold goes to the Saints. Halfway through the draft, I mean, there are – I'm going to pause it real quick.
Yeah.
There is still a lot of good options for the Buccaneers because tackles went off the board. So that means Jackson Powers-Johnson at center is still available. A lot of the edge rushers, Leatu Latu and Jared Verse, are still available. Only 2 wide receivers or 3 wide receivers have been taken. Let me double check that.
Yeah.
Malik Neighbors, Odunze, and Marvin Harrison. So, yeah, only 3 wide receivers. So, a lot of those wideouts still available and many corners too. So let's see. Tony says there is no way the Bucs go with a wide receiver or cornerback with the first pick. No way. Rendax says try trading down twice. It's very interesting. I'm down to do a trade if we get closer and it's like,
yes,
we really want Jackson Powers Johnson. Anyway, keep it going.
16's a little early for JPJ.
Yeah. Chop Robinson.
Okay, wow.
Crazy. Okay. There's Latu off the board. Another
Brian
wide
Thomas.
receiver. Cooper DeJean. I know some people won't be happy about that. Another tag. Honestly, I think we kind of just let the board come to us. Verse is off. We're getting very close to Jackson Powers
JPJ.
Johnson.
Cowboys, though.
Didn't we take JPJ last time? No, we took Grant Barton. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they took Grant Barton.
Ooh.
A couple trade options, but I think, let's see.
So Johnny Newton's there.
Johnny Newton is there. So we'll look at interior offensive line. We'll look at defensive line.
Okay. Man, this is tough.
Yeah.
It's one of the first two there, in my opinion.
Yeah, let's look at wide receiver as well. Adonai Mitchell, Troy Franklin, McConkey's still there, Keon Coleman. And let's look at corner just for the heck of it. Kool-Aid McKinstry is still there. I think it has to be Jackson Powers Johnson. I mean,
yes.
Yeah. Kieran says JPJ. Malcolm says Barton. Ren still wants us to trade down. JPJ or Newton. I think because you still got like Fisk on the board at defensive tackle.
Chris Jenkins, Michael Paul.
Yeah. So I think the move here is Jackson Powers Johnson. He will be first pick for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It will be interesting, though, on draft day. Let's say JPJ's gone at 26.
Yeah.
And Johnny Newton's the best player there. You'd kind of like that choice, too.
Yeah. McConkey goes off. Now Johnny Newton at 30. Adonai Mitchell as well. Tyler Guyton, a guy that we talked about, no pun intended, on this show. Okay. Carolina goes with the corner early on. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. Just a wee bit. Kool-Aid off the clock. Xavier
Bucs are
Leggett.
at 57. When you want to pause it, like 50?
Let's go after the Saints.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, let's do after the Steelers.
All right.
A little bit of a run on wide receivers. Roman Wilson, Jalen Polk. That's obviously one kind of
Malcolm
interested
here
in.
Says Isaac, Nealand, and Fisk. Did any of those players get taken? I didn't. Oh, Isaac went to the Giants.
Let's see. Talking about Adisa Isaac?
Yeah. I think he went 40 or around 40.
Darius Robinson went 40. Chris Jenkins went, 47.
Okay.
Was him. Looks like Fisk is still there.
And Nealand is as well.
And Marshawn Nealand. Yeah, we didn't even really look at edge rushers. So, again, I think we kind of just got to let the draft fall to us.
I agree. Yeah.
We'll slow it down a little bit since we're getting close, though.
Braden Fisk went off the board.
Okay.
Dolphins, Michael Penix.
Yeah, holy crap.
That's wild.
Okay, Fisk did get taken, as did Javon Bullard. Okay. So, top options, Tyler Nubin at safety. This is based on PFF rankings. TJ Tampa's there. I know a lot of people want to do the
Tampa and Tampa.
Yeah. Supply and demand is going wild for Ricky Pearsall.
All caps.
Let's do it again. We shall look at defensive tackle. You got Brandon Dorless, who is working out in Tampa. Ruke Arorojo, who actually, that's a little bit of new-ish news, is that he is on a top 30 visit coming to Tampa.
Very athletic.
Yeah, Kieran says one of TJ Tampa, Ricky Pearsall, Marshawn Nealand. That's right. Yeah, haven't even looked at edge rushers yet. Edge rushers. We got Chris Braswell, Marshawn Kneeland, Xavier Thomas at edge.
Braylon Trice.
Yeah. Interesting.
I still think wide receiver, there's quite a few there.
Let's
Corley.
Yeah, let's look at just wide receiver. Pearsall, Corley, Javon Baker, we'll probably get later. McMillan as well. I think, let's look at the D tackles again. Dorless. I think it's got to be between wide receiver and edge rusher, in my opinion.
I think defensive linemen are edge rusher just because there's so many wide receivers. Unless it's Pearsall. I mean.
Right. All right, let's go to the chat. Give us either position or player that you recommend for us. We'll start now.
Here, Pearsall would be a great heir to Chris Godwin.
Grizz says Pearsall. Tony says edge. Spent CT9 says edge. Got another for edge. Pearsall. Oh, man. Edge, Corley, edge.
I think it's edge.
Think it's got to be edge. All right.
Edge has the edge.
So, edge has the edge. The next point of business, is it Chris Braswell or Marshawn Kneeland? Because last time, I believe we did Marshawn Kneeland.
Yes.
So, tell us, Braswell or Kneeland? What was Pearsall ranked, though? Pearsall's ranked 45th.
Go back to edge.
Yeah.
Curious to see Mohamed Kamara. I remember last time he was the topic of discussion. Is he a little bit down, like 4th round?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Around like 125.
I say we go Chris Braswell. We did Kneeland last time.
Yeah.
All right. Braswell it is. Bada bing. Pearsall went 2 after. Damn. Corley's off now, too. All right, now we have 2 picks in this draft.
Yes.
Kneeland went.
Any thought of trading up?
Yeah, let's pause it here. There's a run on running backs.
Drew Phillips is gone.
Yeah. They are on the clock. So we got a ways to go. Question is, who do we want to trade with?
So we took JPJ in the 1st round. Could package Robert Hainsey and like a 3rd round pick to move up.
Right, but then we also got to think about the depth.
This is true.
Yeah. Let's see if we can move in front of the Raiders. We will offer them.
Broncos need a quarterback. Give them Kyle Trask.
I don't want to do the same thing that we did last time.
Yeah.
I understand. It would be funny. But I don't want to do the same thing again. So we'll give them 89. And see if we can give them 220 for 77. Nope, that will not be accepted.
We talked about him on Monday's show. Kyrie Jackson. Was he taken yet? I didn't see his name pop up on the screen.
I don't think so. I am a big Kyrie Jackson fan.
That could be a move.
Yeah. All right, let's
I don't know how far down the board he'll go, though.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, so 89. Damn, Denver's got a lot of picks. Well,
they do.
They do, but they don't. They have 76, but then they don't go again until 21. So what if we give them 89 and 92 for 76?
I was kind of thinking like 76 and 145 for 89 and 125. How close is that? Maybe like a late pick.
What if we give them a 5th rounder next year?
Hmm.
What about a 4th rounder? How about that? Let's do that.
Or we can just stand pat.
Let's go a couple more.
Okay.
But it was good to talk it out.
Yeah.
Good to talk it out.
You're always picking up that phone.
Yeah. Javon Baker.
Christian Haynes.
Honestly,
the board's fallen pretty. Oh, Marshawn Lloyd.
Cooper Beebe.
Mason McCormick. Ooh.
Packers loading up on offensive still line. There. Let's see who's that wide receiver. Because we picked 2 more after. Or 3 more after. Oh, we can still get... we could probably get Brendan Rice later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the move's Kyrie Jackson here, and then we kind of reassess because we got 2 picks after, and then it's the
Who's the best player on the board? Is it Jackson?
Spencer Rattler.
Oh, okay.
We will not be taking Spencer Rattler here.
No.
Bucky Irving, Johnny Wilson. Yeah, I think it's Kyrie Jackson.
I like Kyrie Jackson.
All right. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. I am for real. I am for real with this mock draft. Mock draft pick. Kyrie Jackson is the selection.
All right.
Doing Christian Mahogany. So far it picks.
Packers have taken 3 offensive linemen.
Quack, quack. We've gone Jackson Powers Johnson, then Christian Braswell, and then Kyrie Jackson. Yeah. So, wide receivers available: Jamari Thrash, Johnny Wilson, but I want no part of Johnny Wilson.
No.
Sorry in the comments. I see you guys with Johnny Wilson. I almost kind of think
Malik Washington, is he still down there? Or is he already taken?
I think he got taken.
Okay.
Let's see. Tight ends. A lot of those guys still there.
I almost kind of want to trade down.
Yeah, that's
another pick.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Because after this, yeah, we don't have we have another pick at 125. But yeah, I'm down. I'm certainly interested, especially if Jacksonville wants to trade.
Yeah.
Their top needs are guard, center, and edge, and defensive back. We just drafted all of that.
Yeah.
So let's see.
They have 96 and 114. Like 125. And then maybe get like either 153 or 212.
Let's see if we do 153. Yeah, let's get. Oh, wait, whoops. Give us 212. I'm down with that.
I kind of like that.
Offer trade. Bam. Accepted.
All right.
Nice.
That'll help in like round 4.
Yeah, absolutely. And they took edges. We took edges.
Yeah.
I am for real. Jamari Thrash.
So a lot of wide receivers.
A lot of receivers.
Nope.
Defensive tackle.
Defensive line. Michael Hall.
Michael Hall. He did quite well at the. He did quite well at the at the Senior Bowl.
He did, yeah.
Devondre Sweat. I mean, obviously in some trouble right now, but we're putting that to the side. Let's see, chat. Bat W says Hall would be good. Michael Hall is fun. Realtor David Zussman wants to know, who did they pick so far? So we took Jackson Powers Johnson. Then we drafted Christian Braswell. Then our first third-round pick was Kyrie Jackson. And now we traded back a couple of picks.
What about linebacker?
Yeah, let's check it out.
I remember last time we got Edgerrin Cooper. That was a really good pick. I think that was like an A pick.
Jeremiah Trotter.
Jeremiah Trotter. His dad was a one-time Buck.
Yeah.
Was that connection?
I'm kind of thinking Michael Hall. That's just my gut feeling.
It's one of the top two. Really like Trotter as well.
The Steelers, if the Steelers want to trade at 98
and 178 for like 96 and 212.
What if we just give them 96? All right, we move back to the spots.
I like that. Built out the roster.
Okay, and they took a running back, and they took. And
we're still good. Okay.
Yeah. Who else wants to trade? San Fran at 124. Nah, no thanks.
All right, no more trades.
No more trades. It's always funny seeing that Dolphins one that says forfeited.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to where we were. Check out the running backs, too. Yeah, I think we can wait on running back.
Yeah, I agree.
So, wide receiver, we got Thrash, Cowing, Smith, Rice. Defensive tackle. Where are you at?
Ooh.
Got Michael Hall.
Rendak says, look at guard. Is there any guards there? Because left guard is still a little hole.
Yeah, for sure. Cedric Van Pran. Hunter Norzard.
Any guards?
Bortolini, your guy. I feel like we can get him later, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking Michael Hall.
I agree. I would go with Michael Hall here.
Okay, Michael Hall is the pick. Well done, everybody. In the meantime, we're all pretty juiced up. You know, the draft's been going on, this mock draft. It's been fun. I'd say the vibes are pretty high. So this is a great time to remind everybody about all the vibe flavors of Celsius, the official energy drink of the Pewter Report podcast. My favorite Celsius vibe flavor is the Arctic vibe. They got some new ones, the Galaxy and Astro vibe. Cosmic has always been in the rotation. Tropical and Peach are great as well. Fantasy vibe. Don't forget about the fantasy vibe either. Awesome flavors. We love Celsius. If you need to know where do you find a Celsius energy drink, maybe you haven't had one before. Maybe you're on vacation. You're in a different spot, not close to your local watering hole. Go to the Celsius store locator on their website. Punch in your address, and it'll tell you the closest geographical location where you could pick one up. Could be a Walmart, 7-Eleven, health and fitness store. Might just be your bodega.
Bodega.
Yeah, that's good. Nice little mix up there. That sounded like that.
Yeah.
And once you keep going to your bodega and you want to get Celsius and in bulk, you can get it in bulk. I'd recommend picking up that variety pack because variety is the spice of life. You can have it sent to your place of residence whenever you want. Could be a week, month, quarterly, yearly. Just make sure you're drinking Celsius energy drinks. Make Celsius your number one pick. Celsius, the official energy drink of the Pewter Report podcast. Also, check out on our social media at Pewter Report. We got various links where you can go, click on it. It'll take you right to Amazon. You can buy Celsius right there. Actually helps out pewterreport.com if you do it with that specific link. And you don't even have to specifically buy Celsius. If you do your regular shopping or you buy things off of Amazon all the time, just use the link and then do your regular shopping. That helps out pewterreport.com as well. So please
It's a win-win.
Yeah, use that. By the way, speaking of Celsius, speaking of all this drafting that we're doing today, in a week from now, later on, next week, April 25th, it is the Pewter Report live draft show, which is presented by Celsius. Will be live right on our YouTube channel, which is Pewter Report TV. Please like and subscribe. We go an hour before the show, and we live stream throughout the entire NFL draft each day, but starting with day one or night one. At 7 o'clock, the draft starts at 8. We're talking all things Buccaneers, the NFC South. We react to every single pick. We, of course, interact with you, all the Pewter people. So it's a great time. Pewter Report's been doing this for years now, and we're very much looking forward to doing it again. We'll be live from the Advent Health Training Center, so we'll rotate all the Pewter Report cast on the show.
Yep.
We'll also do interviews with the players that get drafted. They obviously won't be on the show right then and there, but all of the Bucs media, including Pewter Report, will get to speak to some of the players. So we'll get the insight and info from them as well. We'll also have an in-person press conference with the newest first-round pick or potentially second-round pick of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So a lot of great things to look forward to coming up on the Pewter Report podcast and the Pewter Draft Show coming up next Thursday, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, I paused it now. Let's get it moving again. Thrash went off the board. Tyke Smith, Trotter's off the board as well.
Oof.
Okay, tight ends are in abundance. Don't need defensive tackle. Let's look at safeties as well.
Full Bishop.
Yeah, Sione Vaki. Wide receivers. Brendan Rice.
Malcolm says here, forgot what picks we got for trading down. So got 114 instead of 125 right now. And
yeah, so we have Jacksonville's 114th pick.
Yep.
We have Arizona's 178th, but that came in a trade with the Steelers. I guess the Steelers had it.
And then 212.
And then, 212. And then we have our own 220 and 246. So, yeah, we made two trades today. This afternoon, I should say. Okay. So let's look at tight ends. We'll do wide receiver, tight end. I think we can start looking at running backs.
Wide receiver?
Yes, first one.
Okay.
Safety we can look at. We'll throw an interior offensive line as well. Okay, Eric All and Ben Sinnott at the top at tight end. Hunter Norzad at center. One of the highest-ranked interior offensive line.
Braylon Allen.
Estime. Yeah, Braylon Allen. Audric Estime still there. Sione Vaki at safety. Tanner Bordellini at center, still available. Luke McCaffrey at wide receiver, still available too.
Cornelius Johnson.
Yeah, Jaheim Bell. This is an interesting
There's a lot of different directions here.
Yeah. What are we feeling, chat?
Ooh. I've kind of seen it all over the board.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, running back, tight end, wide receiver. Braylon Allen. Goal line big boy.
Jeremy Lowe says take, Allen or McCaffrey. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking Brendan Rice. Because I feel like there's enough tight ends where if we don't get the first guy that we want, we can get
always
another.
Trade back up, too. I think we did that last time.
Yeah. And then also, again, you can't fit like every single position. So if the Bucs in this mock draft hypothetically don't get a safety right off the bat, it's like you still have Antoine Winfield Jr. and Jordan Whitehead, where it's like the
Merriweather,
where it's like the Bucs really need another running back before I think they need a backup running back before I think they need a backup safety.
Yeah,
at least at this point.
I think it's
Same kind
Braylon
of
Allen or Brendan Rice.
yeah, and same kind of goes as well for like tight end. I think the Bucs will be okay if they go in with Kate Otten and Payne Durham and Coke Keefe. So yeah, I think Brendan Rice is going to be the move.
I like that.
Brendan Rice, son of Hall of Famer Jerry Rice. That'll be cool too, because then he'll probably be at practice. All right, Allen just went. Estime. We got a little ways to go.
Yeah, I feel like tight end Bucs are fine right now because Kate Otten, he's getting name dropped in rap songs, so
Yeah, so shout out to Kate Otten. Do you know like anything about that rapper or anything like that?
I don't. I saw it was going like viral on social media. Like of any player you can call out, Kate Otten.
Right, because okay, my first thought is that's awesome for Kate Otten. That's great.
Yeah.
However, I also felt if there was just a Buccaneer in general that's going to get a shout out by a rapper, it would probably either be Mike Evans or Baker Mayfield, first
Right.
of all. And you kind of have it built in right there where you can say, like, something, something, looking high to the heavens, making my money like the Bucs. Shout out to Mike Evans. Like you had it right there. You could have rhymed heavens with Mike Evans. Baker, you can kind of either rhyme his first name or his last name, something like that.
Playmaker.
Yeah.
Shout out Baker.
Playmaker, shout out Baker. Or like, this is just a game for me. The rap game's like a play field, slinging it in all day. Shout out to Baker Mayfield.
I like that.
There's,
yeah.
there's like a couple of ways. There's a couple of ways you could have gone about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so.
All right. We're chilling at 178 now.
Okay. Running backs. Cody Schrader. No. Let's see who else we got. All right. Tight ends.
Ooh. Tip Ryman, Illinois.
Got a lot of trade offers. Wow. Steel Chambers.
What about like keep in mind like Trey Taylor, the safety?
Yeah. Yeah, he's third on the board.
Okay. That'd be like a 220 target, maybe.
Yeah. I agree with that. So tight end, safety. What else do we need? Oh, running back.
Matt, got to ask you, is it too early to draft Bodega? It's worth considering.
Yeah.
Running back from Louisville, very athletic.
Yeah, Yaya Diaby was going nuts over him yesterday. All right, let's give a shout out to Yaya, and we're going to go with Isaac Garendo.
I like that.
All right, so we got a running back.
Hey, Matt, are you able to pause it?
Yes, I can.
What about the tight end from Illinois? Trading up for him.
Yeah, sure. I'm in. Let's do it up. All right, well, the Falcons aren't going to trade with us, so Texans have 2 picks in a row. I'm sure they'd be willing to give up one of them. Texans have
realistic.
189. So, and neither of them are their picks. That's kind of funny. Let's try for 188. Let's give them
212 and 246.
246. How about a 5th rounder next year?
Ooh. We might not need to include 246, and we can probably get back like the 238 one or something.
Let's try 238. Yeah, they're still down with that. What if we tried a 7th rounder? No. Yeah, because next year, I know it's a mock draft, and ultimately it doesn't affect us. But then next year, you're looking at the Bucs have their first 4 picks, and then just a 7th round pick. And off the top of my head, I don't know. The comp pick thing is a bit odd. Like, I don't even think would they get a comp pick from
for Devin.
Yeah, I'd have to look into that more because there's something about the particular like amount of money that someone signs for. If it's not up to a certain amount,
Yeah,
um then it doesn't qualify as a comp pick.
because I think it was like what 7.5. But the Bucs got one for like this offseason. What was it for Mike Edwards?
Yeah, something like that.
And he signed for like 3 million. So I feel like the Bucs would get a pick next year for Devin.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. It's a mock draft anyway, and we get 2 picks out of it, and we get one of the Saints picks. So, haha.
Uh-huh.
All right. Offer trade. Trade accepted. Falcons are on the clock. Trade again. No, I'm good. Okay. Oh my God, the punters.
Just take a punter.
Yeah.
Josh Capo would approve.
I was about to say Josh Capo would faint. All right, Tip Raymond.
Yeah.
You are a Buccaneer. Okay, got a couple more.
Is there any position maybe outside of guard and linebacker? I think everything else has been addressed.
Yeah, we did running back. We did corner early. I guess we could look at safety.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have 3 more picks.
All right.
We could always double up on wide receiver as well. But anyway, let's look at interior. And safety.
Okay.
Get a Holy Cross guard, a small school guard.
Yeah. I saw Dylan McMahon on there, the center.
Yeah.
He's very athletic.
Yeah, for sure. Let's look at wide receiver just for the heck of it.
I've heard some stuff about that Idaho wide receiver.
Hayden Hatton.
Yeah.
Yeah, something
Might be a
to keep in mind on. Yeah, I'm down to go with the NC State player.
Yeah. Get another offensive lineman, can't hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think, if my memory serves correct, he's like sub 300 pounds and kind of is athletic enough to play guard too. So
yeah, exactly. You want versatility. Okay. We'll go with that pick. 2 more to go. In the meantime, as we wait for that next pick, let's hear a message from our friends over at Amuni Financial.
At Amuni Financial, we help you live in the now.
Congratulations. We're so happy for you.
Thank you.
And even though the now may feel very different, you still need to plan for the future.
How's retirement treating you? Oh, just fantastic.
I know I say it all the time, but you really got to come up to Colorado.
Let's do it. All right. Yeah.
We can help you develop that plan to keep you on track so you can still prepare for tomorrow, today. Amuni Financial. Plan ahead, stay ahead.
That's right. Amuni Financial has proudly been serving clients across the country since 1980. They can help you with a number of different things. We were just talking about the offensive lineman being versatile. Well, Amuni Financial has versatility in the way that they can help you. They have things such as advisory services, legacy and retirement planning, insurance services, annuities, and sales and trading. You could also set up a college account for your kid if they plan on going to college as well. The cool thing is they don't just have offices in Tampa and Colorado. They have it in places such as Idaho and California and, Delaware, New Hampshire, like all over the place. Texas too. So anywhere you are in the continental United States, you can find an Amuni Financial. So give them a call today. Get a free consultation. It's absolutely free. So find out how they can help you and it doesn't hurt to call and see how to best manage your money. So check out our friends over at Amuni Financial. Alrighty. I let the pick go during I let it go as we were doing that ad. And funny enough, not only did we take the Saints pick in that last trade, we also have a pick right before the Saints. And when I say we, I don't mean the Buccaneers. I mean you and I in this mock draft and the Pewter people.
So Jalen Simpson's still there.
Yeah.
That is really intriguing.
He caught my mind for sure. Frank Gore.
Frank Gore Jr. though.
Yeah.
Already got running back, but
let's go Jalen Simpson. Let's not reinvent the wheel here. Jalen Simpson with the pick. I think I wrote about him at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah. He had a really good Senior Bowl week, I thought.
Yeah. I think so.
And Marcus Harris went.
Okay. Someone actually wants to trade.
They want that kicker from Alabama.
Who wants to trade with us? Who's at 253? The Chargers are, but that. Maybe we can get. Let's see if we can get like a 6th rounder for next year. How about a 7th? Nah, who cares? Yeah, we're just going to trade for no reason.
Yeah. The Jets have Mr. Irrelevant this year. That's fun.
They do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay. I don't want to do Devin Leary because we did that last time.
Yeah. Joe Milton. Let's go. Let's ride.
Yeah.
David White Jr. Now, I read a really good article about him from Tyler Dunn, like breaking down his journey. Like, shout out David White Jr.
Yeah.
And his path to get to the NFL.
Zachary Franklin. Let's look at interior. Layden Robinson still available. The Holy Cross guard, CJ Hansen.
Already got a center.
Yeah. Running back. Deshaun Fenwick. Mayan Williams. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think...
think we'd take another wide receiver?
Yeah, I'm thinking doubling up on receiver. Thinking either... Let's go
How tall is David White?
I
think isn't he like 6'2"?
David White is...
go to first look, maybe?
6'4".
Okay.
Not bad. And Hayden Hatton is 6'2". Stats.
Had a big year for Idaho. I mean,
yeah. Trends.
Most drafted by the Jets. Second.
Interesting. No analysis. Let's go back to... It would be funny if the Bucs go from Devin White to David White.
Yeah.
Not the best percentiles. Really, all he's got on Hatton is the height by 2 inches. What do you think? Idaho or
Western Carolina? Small school.
Tony says grab another running back. One second.
Yeah, so Rashad White, Chase Edmonds, Isaac, Sean Tucker. I feel like 4 running backs is solid.
Yeah, plus you got Patrick Laird, who's going to be on the practice squad again. Okay, so we have 1 for Western Carolina. We have 1 for Idaho.
Shout out their campus.
Mr. Fogler says Western Carolina is a gorgeous campus. All right, we'll wait for one or two more comments before that. Andrew says, think everyone's sleeping on Sean Tucker.
Could be.
All right, we're not going to wait. We're going to go, because the campus is so beautiful.
Yeah.
We're going to go with David White Jr. of Western Carolina.
I like that pick.
10 more picks to go. Then we will get our grade. Oh, boy.
Kyle Trask for Mr. Irrelevant. Moment of truth.
Yeah,
Suspense.
I think we're going to get a B+.
Okay.
Overall, we got a B. All right. They do not love it. So, just as a reminder, we did Jackson Powers Johnson in the first round, Alabama edge rusher Chris Braswell in the second, Kyrie Jackson in the third round, the Oregon cornerback. Then we traded our 96th pick, 114th pick, so fourth rounder, and sixth rounder to move up to we traded the 92nd and the 125th pick. So we traded back 4 spots, and we got the 96th, the 114th, and 212th. So our second, third round pick, we went with Ohio State defensive tackle Michael Hall Jr. Then we traded back again 2 spots.
Just 2 spots.
And got 178. That's where we drafted Brendan Rice, the USC wide receiver. Then went with Isaac Garendo, the Louisville running back. Then we traded up. We gave 212 and a 5th rounder next year for 188 and 238 to get Tip Ryman, the Illinois tight end. Then we went Dylan McMahon, a center, Jalen Simpson, a safety, and David White Jr., a wide receiver.
I think the only thing that really hurt the draft was Hall and Rice were solid picks, but I don't think PFF considers them needs.
Right, and that's always, they got to calculate for every single team and every single situation. So, yeah, as far as earlier picks, our best pick was Kyrie Jackson. That gave us an A-. And Chris Braswell was a B+. Probably, again, our worst graded pick, JPJ only got a B, but I'm not worried about that.
No.
Brendan Rice was our lowest graded pick overall at C-. So got a B, but like I said, doesn't worry me too much. Obviously, we know the targets that the Bucs want and like to go with. So,
and I feel like as opposed to the first mock draft that we did, really filled out all the needs on the roster. I felt like that was something that was a main focus, and in doing so, got a lot of good talent.
Yeah, and we picked up a couple more picks this time around too, compared to the last time. So
how many players were drafted here?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Really filled out the roster.
Yeah, that's very thorough for sure. And we pretty much filled like every single position that the Bucs might even consider, except for inside linebacker. But again, that's not like priority even 3 or 4, I would say, on this team. Malcolm Harvey says, love this draft. So yeah, had a lot of options to choose from with all those picks that we accumulated. When you're in the home buying experience, you may have a number of homes that you want to choose from. And when you're going through that decision-making process, you want to work with the best realtor in the area, which, of course, is Eric Gross and the Eric Gross Group. Of course, Eric and his wife, Caitlin Gross, work together and are a great team as well. So it takes a full team effort to win a football game, and it takes a full team effort to win in real estate. The Eric Gross Group has done hundreds of transactions in this crazy real estate market and has experience in all types of situations. Eric is an avid Pewter Report reader and a Tampa native whose father was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base. Eric's been on the show before a couple of times now, and looking forward to getting him on again. He and his team have the market knowledge, top-notch communication, and commitment to excellent service that sets them apart. With their strong team of vendors and a network of over 85,000 agents, the Eric Gross Group will turn your dream of buying or selling a home into a reality. Their clients are not just transactions, they are lifelong friendships. So don't let the stress of buying or selling a home keep you out of the game. Let the Eric Gross Group take the pressure off. Find them on Facebook and Instagram at Eric Gross Group. Check out their website, housesinfla.com, or give them a call at 513-907-4271. That's housesinfla.com, 513-907-4271. No matter where you are on your home ownership journey, you'll feel welcome. The Eric Gross Group, the official realtor of pewterreport.com. Okay, I am going to take... I'll leave the draft thing on because we're about to round up the show. Like I said before, we have a great show, great slew of shows. I didn't say this before because I was going to get to the draft show promo. But next week, we will have shows on Monday and Tuesday. We will not have a show on Wednesday, but that's because we got the draft show coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So Monday's show, one last Bucs 7-round mock draft that is obviously going to be constructed by Scott Reynolds and Josh Capo. So we'll go through that mock draft on Monday, see how it varies from some of the other mock drafts that Scott has done this season. Tuesday's show, we're talking all about the Bucs' best bets. As you've seen with all the draft previews that the Pewter Reporters have done, there's a Bucs best bet for rounds 1 through 3 and 4 through 7. Scott has done a fantastic job over the years, nailing a couple of them pretty much each year.
Yeah, I think one a year.
Yeah, and looking forward. Last year we had like 2 or 3, I think.
We had 5.
Was it 5? Holy
smokes.
Smokes.
Including the undrafted one.
Right.
Chris Murray.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll go over the Bucs' best bets on Tuesday, and there's no show on Wednesday. And like I said before, the Pewter Report draft show coming up on April 25th. That's a Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, right on our YouTube channel. Please, if you're not already doing so, follow us on our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's at Pewter Report, and our YouTube channel is Pewter Report TV. We do the podcast, we do the live streams, tons of different content. We're going to have a lot more stuff from our interview we've already put a fair amount on our social media with Savasi Dennis, but we're going to get some more of Will Golston and Yaya Diaby as well, so stay tuned to that. And like we said, please like and subscribe. We want to get those follower numbers up. It takes 2 seconds. Just push the button. That's it. Just gives you a reminder of when we got things going on, and that's about it.
We got a lot going on.
Yeah, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment on this video. Once it's done as well, that helps with, YouTube figuring out certain things. So, yeah, that's about it for us. Hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. The playoffs are here for basketball. Hockey, it's about to start as well. The Bolts are in a battle of Florida against the Panthers, so that'll be fun too. So, until next week, for Adam Slavon, I'm Matt Matera saying thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you on Monday at 4 p.m. for another edition of the Pewter Report podcast. Peace out.
Out.